Hello, this is Phil Bautsita with Bull Creek Data. My guests today are Bob Ellington and Joel deNeuf. Welcome, Bob. Welcome, Joel.
Thank you, Phil.
Absolutely. So we're looking forward to your presentation on the product that 5 Points provides here in the U.S. It's the Patch Manager or connectivity management, and it sounds like it's a great tool. From talking to the both of you, it sounds like it's great for the requirements as well as the as-built, because we all know when you design something, it doesn't always turn out to be the way that you implement this, right? And it sounds like it's a very useful tool. Joel, why don't you tell us a little bit about 5 Points, and then tell us what you and Bob are going to be presenting at the conference in your session.
Okay, thank you. 5 Points is a consulting firm based here in Atlanta. We implement and work with clients on numerous products. Patch Manager is one of those products that we implement that specializes in the connectivity management arena for documentation of your physical infrastructure for networks and cable plant, et cetera, in your environment. The Patch Manager product really gives you the ability to look at what's called an elevation of a rack, seeing all the equipment in the rack and being able to click on a port and see what are all the connection points and potential failure points along that path for troubleshooting, as well as planning for going forward in new builds, as well as updates to your existing infrastructure.
Wow, that's fantastic. Now, Bob, you built some custom forms to hold the data that's fed to Patch Manager. Is that correct?
Actually, we retrieve data out of Patch Manager. We take that information and tie it to our CMDB structure and pull some of the information that he's talking about, the port-to-port connections on everything. And there's a tie to the billable and non-billable circuit IDs that we track that are between those ports inside of our system. And so it's just a quick look to see what's in there. And I can't imagine somebody having to manually track that data inside our system or in a spreadsheet, if that was what they were doing it in, versus using Patch Manager and the great graphical interface that it provides.
Well, and speaking of that, from what I understand, this is not just a network diagram, it's actually a graphical representation of the data. And it sounds like it's fed using data from the ADDM or the discovery product that CMDB, the BMC uses for their CMDB to populate that data. Is that an accurate statement?
It's actually the other direction, because like Joel was saying, you start off with a design and you will design where you want these things in the rack. At that point in time, you may not have any physical equipment that's on the network to be discovered. And so we bring it back and tie it by device name and eventually by serial number when we have something physical. And then we can connect the two pieces of data together to see it from a CMDB perspective and also in a Patch Manager viewing perspective.
And I'll cover just a little bit in that there are multiple ways that Patch Manager is integrated with other products. And what you had identified, Phil, was another one of our clients does, where they bring the data in live from an engine that is querying their network and dropping the devices into Patch Manager. So it really is a client decision as to which way they get the data and how to keep all that data accurate between 1, 2, 3, or multiple systems that are trying to track similar information but are all tied together by a serial number or a name of a device.
Wow, that sounds very valuable. And again, in this data-driven world and in the interest of automation, right? This eliminates the human error, it eliminates the manual entering of data, and it provides a graphical interface. And it integrates with the Remedy Suite, ITSM Suite, and the BMC products. I'm gonna give you guys 30 seconds to give us a one quick glimpse before we let you go. So Bob, you're up first. Give us your 30 seconds of what to expect on this, and I'll go to you, Joel.
So from our perspective, from a BMC Remedy perspective, I'm just going to give a very brief set of screenshots to show you how we took some of that data and tied it to our CMDB records. And Joel is going to handle the rest from there.
Great, thanks. Joel, you're up.
And then what I'll show is how that data can be represented within the Patch Manager application, and then showing where some of the connection points would be to Remedy, so that you can actually understand how to tie the systems together, and the expansive information you get from the data that Patch Manager holds as well.
Wow, that's great. Well, I know from working with Bob, he's very detail oriented, very data driven, and it sounds like a great product. I'm looking forward to your presentation. Thank you both for your time today. We'll see you in Las Vegas.
See you there.
Thank you.